the Iranian proxies have launched, I don't know now, we're almost at 60 different attacks, right? Drone attacks, missile attacks on a variety of U.S. Facilities and bases and personnel in Iraq and Syria. Since 17 October. What is that? So we're going on a month, right? A month, and you've had about 60 attacks. You've had almost 60 U.S. servicemen injured, some seriously. And yet, I think they made the announcement yesterday afternoon during a quiet time in the press room. But the Biden administration has agreed to extend a sanction waiver for Iran. And we're giving them $10 billion. $10 billion in what had been frozen assets owed by Iraq, right, to Iran for essentially, well, for the most part, for electricity, right, for purchasing. They get a significant amount of their energy supply from Iran. So Iraq, I think, gets almost half or 40%, 45% of their energy supply from Iran. So you had $10 billion sitting there. Frozen assets. And so in the past 24 hours, despite the Iranian proxies doing this for the past month, and before, they were, to be fair, they were launching missiles at some of our facilities in the Middle East before the conflict with Hamas, they've decided that a good idea is to release the $10 billion. And it's going to be for humanitarian aid, they say, and they won't be able to use it for anything else. That's what they tell us. The State Department's very clear on that. They're saying no, it's just for humanitarian aid. There's no way they can use it for anything else, which is what they said about the $6 billion that they unfroze before this situation kicked off at the beginning of October. And to that, the Iranian president said, "Hey, we'll use it for whatever we want to," right? And money's fungible. So if you give me $10 billion and tell me I can only spend it on beer, okay, well, I'll take $10 billion that I have over in this pot that I was going to spend on beer, and I'll spend it on ammunition, right? It's fungible. So it's a ridiculous argument. And then the State Department compounded the ridiculous discussion by saying, well, I forget who it was. It was one of their spokesmen, Miller or somebody. He said, look, they've been fomenting trouble and creating chaos and causing trouble. I know I'm paraphrasing, before this $10 billion, and they're going to keep doing it regardless of whether they get the funds. So fine, let's just give them the money.
They choose to fund destabilizing activities first, he added. They always have, as far as we can tell, they always will. So looking at this money, we see the benefit to allowing these funds to move again to restricted accounts where they can only benefit the Iranian people. That doesn't make any sense.